One man is spending the summer crossing the United States, encouraging drivers to share the roads with motorcyclists. He's in Kentucky today, and he's talking to WKYT's Sean Moody about the trek.
The experience has been pretty awesome, man.
Nate Hudson is on the trip of a lifetime.
Today starts our 4th week, but I still have 3 more months to go of this trip.
He's partnered with Allstate Insurance to ride this Indian motorcycle to all 50 states, trying to make motorcyclists safer. They want each state to add questions about motorcycle awareness to their driver's tests.
And one of the biggest statistics that Allstate has researched in a couple years is that 3 motorcyclists are killed every day at an intersection when a car turns left in front of them. You think the car sees you because you have the right of way. Car could be zoned out, not paying attention, making a left, and then the impact. So what we're encouraging car drivers is not to look once, but look twice for us.
According to the Kentucky State Police, 22 motorcyclists have died so far in 2015. In 14 of those cases, police said the drivers weren't wearing helmets.
We're just really trying to bring awareness to the safety of us motorcyclists, along with the safety of automobiles.
Hudson's knocked out 12 states, including this weekend stop in Kentucky.
Something about the smell and the green of the grass, and it's weird how each state has its own vibe.
He's still looking at another 3 months on the road.
50 states, 111 days, 17,000 miles, and if somehow we were able to save one life, that'd be the coolest thing about it.
In Lexington.
All right, bud.
Sean Moody, WKYT.
Hudson is heading to West Virginia this evening.
I've been here for a couple of years, and this is the first year that it's actually had any reportings of shootings, so it's a little worrying.
Lexington police are investigating after a shooting at an apartment complex near UK's campus left 2 people injured. We'll have the latest on that coming up.
Police in Lexington are trying to track down the people responsible for a couple of car break-ins.
It's weird how each state has its own, vibe and culture to it. So yeah, Kentucky's been pretty cool so far.
One man is making a cross-country journey to help motorcyclists.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
An overnight shooting near the University of Kentucky injured 2 people. Thanks for watching WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Someone told police they heard gunshots at a party at Red Mile Village Apartments around 1:30 this morning. But when police pulled up, they say no one knew anything about a shooting. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is tracking the investigation. She has our top story at 6.
A UK student living here says nothing was really out of the ordinary for a Saturday night here at the Red Mile Village Apartments. However, she says she knew something was not right when she heard those gunshots.
I was in my apartment doing homework, and when I went to kind of settle in for the night, there was some people out here having a little fun, and then maybe around 1 o'clock some gunshots went off, and I heard people screaming.
Lexington police say when they got to the apartment complex, there was a large party going on with about 200 people out in the front parking lot, but they could not find any shooting victims or anyone who could really give any details about a shooting, except one witness who did tell officers they saw 2 men in a red pickup pull up to the crowd and fire shots.
I saw just a group run off toward the street. People were getting in the cars, driving off like bat out of hell.
A short time later, investigators say 2 men, each with a gunshot wound to the leg, showed up at University of Kentucky Hospital, saying they were the ones who had been hit.
We have some parties going on here, just not really big ones. It was kind of discerning to hear some gunshots that have never happened here before.
While it is the first at this apartment complex, this makes the 3rd shooting incident in the Red Mile Road area we have reported on since February.
I've been here for a couple of years, and this is the first year that it's actually had any reportings of shootings, so it's a little worrying.
We are told those 2 victims who showed up at UK Hospital are expected to be okay. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
So far, police have not arrested anyone. Police in Lexington are also trying to figure out who broke into 2 cars in one neighborhood. The cars were parked on Andover Drive off Cooper Drive. The victims say someone smashed the windows and stole items inside. One of the victims says the thieves stole an old wallet and some expired credit cards. State police are looking for a man in connection to a death investigation. Police are investigating the death on Croom Road in Vine Grove in Hardin County. They say they are looking for Timothy George Cruz. We're told Cruz has multiple warrants, but they want to bring him in for questioning. A Kentucky teenager seriously injured in a wreck is doing something she didn't think was possible. Marty Mattingly received her high school diploma this weekend. Mattingly and her boyfriend, 21-year-old Dakota Ritchie, crashed on St. Martin's Road in Meade County about a month ago. Ritchie died in that wreck. Mattingly suffered a broken back, tailbone, multiple breaks in her arms and legs, but she was determined to make it to her high school graduation.
I didn't think I was going to be able to. I was in the same pain I am now, but I've rethought to myself I'm going to be able to do it.
Marty returned to rehab immediately after receiving her diploma. She plans to return home in the coming weeks. We could see more showers and storms popping up across the bluegrass tonight, and we're tracking a cool down as we head into the work week. WKYT's Mike Linden has a look at what we can expect.
Kristen, it has been just a wild ride through the month of May, and we head into June, much like how we're going to end May, very unsettled, particularly right now in southern and southeastern Kentucky. A flash flood warning in effect for McCreary and Whitley counties right along the Tennessee line there until 9:45 this evening. We've seen 1 to 2.5 inches of rain across parts of southern and southeastern Kentucky, and of course, with the fact that we haven't seen much of that here lately, but we're getting a lot of it quickly, that's where the flash flood risk comes from. So right now we're looking at that heavy rainfall stretching from eastern Laurel County northeastward into Breathitt County. Of course, when you see these yellows and the oranges within the green here, as well as some lightning, that is the heavier rain that we are tracking. You head farther northward and you look toward West Liberty, and some pretty strong storms pushing that way eastward. This doesn't have the severe look to it, but they could be rather strong as far as the amount of rain they could put down in a short period of time. We're watching this cold front here that has been the central driver of this active weather today. And as far as what we can expect moving forward, there are a few spots west of that cold front. They're doing pretty good. Jolene Blevins, one of our weather watchers, reported in 75 degrees not so long ago, just to the south of Danville. But big changes are on the way as far as active weather and temperatures go. I'll show you what I'm tracking for the start of June coming up in about 10 minutes.
As floodwaters start to recede in Texas, an emotional search begins for bodies of those swept away by floodwaters. One recovery team is using brand new technology to help with the search. They're using HD cameras and drones to search for bodies in places too dangerous for the average volunteer. There is a tense political standoff between Kentucky Senators Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul tonight in Washington, D.C. The senators are convening for a Sunday night session to debate whether to extend key parts of the Patriot Act. They're set to expire at midnight. WKYT's Jordan Valines is at the live desk tracking what could happen late tonight.
The collection of Americans' phone records will expire at midnight unless senators come up with a last-minute deal during today's session. Yesterday, Republican Senator Rand Paul vowed to force the bulk phone collection to expire, and the senator's rules will temporarily allow that. A House-passed bill supported by the White House is just 3 votes short in the Senate and would remake the National Security Agency phone collection program. Even if it picks up the needed support, despite opposition from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, moving to a final vote requires the assent from all senators.
There is no constitutional justification for the government to collect all of your phone records without your name on a warrant, without suspicion, and not signed by a judge. Your privacy is yours, your records are yours, and the government needs to leave us alone.
Yesterday, Paul also said that he's still in favor of tracking the phone records of terrorists and those associated with terrorists. In the newsroom, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Today's session started at 4. Tonight, Kentucky leaders are sending their condolences to the Biden family after the loss of Vice President Joe Biden's son, Beau. The younger Biden died yesterday from brain cancer. He was a former member of the Delaware National Guard and former Delaware Attorney General. Last night, Kentucky Attorney General Jack Conway released a statement that says, in part, I am deeply saddened to learn of the passing of my good friend Bo Biden. He gave so much to Delaware and our nation, and he had so much more to give. He has left us way too early. You won't see Bob Schieffer on CBS's Face the Nation next Sunday. The host gave his final farewell on this morning's show. It is his final broadcast after 24 years on the show. He got his start in journalism when he was 20 years old at a radio station in Fort Worth, Texas. He said he's going to miss the action and being in the middle of things.
And that's it for us today. As I say goodbye for this last time as moderator of Face the Nation, I want you to meet all of the people who have worked so hard to make this broadcast what it is over the years. Face the Nation was here long before I came to CBS. I know I'm leaving it in good hands. I want to thank our team, and I want to thank all of you for watching. It takes a lot of folks to get this show on the air, and I'm really proud of all of them. So here they are, and I want all of you to take a bow.
CBS's political director John Dickerson will take over next week. Today, Schieffer interviewed Jeb Bush and CIA Director John Brennan.